How to train multi-layer neural network using backpropagation algorithm. So here we are considering three-layer neural network. Someone please, you are not muted, so disturbance. Okay, so starting with you have three input neurons, two input signals and one output signal. Okay, and two hidden layer neurons and one output neuron. So for your easy understanding, we have chosen simple multi-layer neural network. Okay, so each neuron output is fed as input to the next layer along with the product of weight coefficients and your input signal. So here E is equal to sample W1 into X1 plus W2 into X2. So which is processed with the activation function. Usually the activation function will be considering will be sigmoidal activation function. Okay. So you need to train up your neural network. The training data set consists of input signals assigned with the corresponding target value. Okay. So in this backpropagation algorithm, it is an iterative process. In each iteration, weight coefficients are nodes are modified using new data for training the dataset. So how this calculation is done, it is explained in the picture shown below. So after each stage, we need to determine the output signal values for each neuron in each network layer. Suppose if you are considering this sky blue highlighted signals, okay, two signals fed from X1 and X2. One from X1 and the other one from X2 to first input neuron. So WX11 represents weight connections between network input X1 and first neuron. Next one is indicating first neuron. So YN, N is indicating output signal of neuron 1. Okay, so F1 of WX11 into X1 plus WX21 into X2 because signal is being transmitted from input signal being transmitted from second input to first input first neuron WX21 second input to first neuron. Similarly, F2, F3 also can be written. You try it with F2 and F3. So Y2 will be F2 into WX1 2. Okay. This N is indicating the neuron number. M is indicating the input number. So this one will be for Y2, it will be F2 of WX1 2 into X1 plus WX2 2 into X2. Okay. Similarly, your F3. F3. So propagation of signal through next stage is through hidden layer. Okay. First input layer is completed. Next through hidden layer, you need to propagate your signal. So here in the hidden layer, you are considering WMN represents the weights of connection between output of neuron M and input of neuron N in the next layer. Okay, M represents output of neuron M. This layer neuron number. Okay, N represents input of hidden layer. Okay, so here F4, Y4 is equal to F4. This is your F4. W14. 1 is first neuron output. Okay, output of first neuron, which is becoming input for your fourth neuron in the hidden layer, which is the first one. Okay, W14 into Y1, W24 into Y2, W34 into Y3. Hope this is clear for everyone. You want me to repeat? You can ask me. Yes? This is clear? M represents the output of input neuron. Output of input neuron. N represents input for your hidden layer, that is your next layer. Okay. Similarly, F5, you can try with F5. F5 of W15 into Y1 plus W25 into Y2 plus W35 into Y3. Similarly, you need to propagate to output layer. Okay, output layer. Again, here you need to consider hidden layer as your input signal. Okay, so W46 into Y4 plus W56 into Y5. That is your Y value. So in this algorithm, next step is to compare the desired output value, that is target value, which is obtained with the trained data set. Okay, so some Y value you have obtained. So you need to compare this Y value with the target value. That difference is known as error signal. Okay, so you need to transmit this error signal to all the neurons in all the layers. Did you get my point? Here you need to propagate this. D is error signal, or usually it is indicated with delta. Okay. Z is the desired value or your target value. Y is the trained dataset output. Trained dataset output. Okay. So here you need to transmit this error signal to all the layers in your neural network. Okay, how it is processed, we can see step by step. So directly we cannot calculate the error signal for each internal neural. So scientists, they have developed this back propagation algorithm. So you need to propagate this error signal back to all the neurons which output signals were input for the discussed neuron. That is, see, let us see here. First, you are propagating the error signal to back side in the reverse direction. Delta 4 is W46 into delta from F6 to F4. Okay, so it is, what will be delta 5 W56 into delta. W56 into delta. Similarly, propagate back to the input layer. Okay, the signals need to be propagated to input layer. So from your hidden layer, you are propagating, you got here delta 4 and delta 5. This should be transmitted back to the neurons in your input layer, F1, F2 and F3. So here delta 1 is W14 into delta 4, W15 into delta 5. So delta 2 will be W24 into delta 4 plus W25 into delta 5. The delta 3 will be W34 into delta 4 plus W35 into delta 5. Hope it is clear. Delta 2 and delta 3. So next thing is you need to upgrade your weight coefficients. Okay, so the error is of each neuron is computed. Now the weight coefficients of each neuron should be upgraded. Okay, so in order to upgrade your weights of each neuron, you are using the formula W new. This W dash is indicating new value is equal to old value plus eta into delta 1 and derivative of your function into x1. That is the derivative of your activation function into x1. So here comes your error signal, product of your biasing value into error signal and derivative of your neuron activation function into x1. So earlier in Hebbian learning rule, we have seen there we have used W old plus eta into x1. Okay, that biasing value b into x1. Sum of all the biasing products into x1 we have considered, but here you are considering derivative of neuron activation function. Okay, so whatever may be the weights, you need to modify all the weights: w x11, w x21, w x31, w. So wx11 dash, you are going to update it. Similarly, wx21. So totally you are having how many weights in your coming to your input neuron layer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weights. Okay, wx12. You need to upgrade wx22, wx13, wx23. So all the 6 weighing coefficients need to be upgraded, considering corresponding error value. Okay, so which weight is updated, that corresponding error value you need to consider, and corresponding derivative function of your activation function you need to consider. So when you want to upgrade your weighing coefficients pertaining to third neuron, third input neuron, you are considering error corresponding to that particular neuron, delta 3, and activation function corresponding to that particular neuron. Similarly, when you want to upgrade weighing coefficients for the hidden layer, W14 dash is equal to W14 plus eta into delta 4, error pertaining to F4, into derivative of F4 with respect to E into Y1, because Y1 is the output of your first input neuron. So W24, similarly W34. So here how many weights you need to update? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again 6. All the 6 you need to upgrade. W14, W24, W34, W15, 25, and 35. Okay. You need to upgrade all these weights. Next, coming to last layer, hidden layer to output layer. So here you are having W46 and W56. That's all. Only 2 weights. So once all the weights are upgraded, you need to again go for repetition process starting from this point. Again, you are calculating your y1 with the new weight coefficients. Okay, y2 with new weight coefficients, y3 with new weight coefficients, y4 and y5. Finally, y with the new weight coefficients. And you need to cross check whether the output is achieved reaching your target value. If the error is 0, you need not go for repetition of calculation of the error and transmit it back. Once the target is reached, that's it, that's all. But you need to repeat this cycle until your target is reached. So only this process is iterative process. Okay, you have to repeat this process until you get a very small error signal, which should be always negligible. Clear? You are propagating your error signal back to all the neurons in your network, in your neural network. So only the name they have mentioned as a back propagation algorithm. So you need to draw all these graphs with the indications and explain clearly how the error is transmitted to each neuron in each layer, in the hidden layer, in the input layer, likewise, how your weights are upgraded, and you need to recalculate your output until you get your target value. Okay, this is your back propagation algorithm. If you have any queries, you can ask me now. This is one of the important algorithm in multi-layer neural network, the back propagation algorithm. Yes. While upgrading your weights, okay, in your Herbian rule, we have upgraded using the batch update, that is W new is equal to W old plus eta into summation of delta XIP. But here in the back propagation algorithm, we go for instantaneous update. Okay, this instantaneous update is using this formula Wi new is equal to Wi old plus eta into delta into XIP. The error is back propagated. Okay, this may be asked for 1 mark question. What is batch update and what is instantaneous update? Okay, so you can go through these slides. See why we are going for non-linear activation function. Once we are differentiating this function, you are able to get differentiation of a sigmoidal activation function. We are getting alpha into f of x into 1 minus f of x. Very simple form. So only we are considering. See, activation function is unipolar. It is lying between 0 and 1. Also, its derivative function is very simple form. It is in very simple form. So, preferably we use this sigmoidal function. Okay, see the sigmoidal activation function form is f of x is equal to 1 by 1 plus e power minus alpha x. So you want to go for differentiation. If you want to go for differentiation, you will be getting alpha into e power minus alpha x by 1 plus e power minus alpha x into 1 by 1 plus e power minus alpha x, which is mentioned as alpha into f of x into 1 minus f of x. Although this function is a non-linear function, its computation is very simple in terms of f of x, which is the specialty of this activation function. Usually, we use this sigmoidal activation function because of its very simple form, also unipolar. Okay, you can consider any other bipolar activation functions. Sample bipolar activation function is given as f of x is equal to e power alpha x minus e power minus alpha x divided by e power alpha x plus e power minus alpha x. Your x is varying between minus infinity to plus infinity, which is having a value of minus 1 to 1. This function is also tangent hyperbolic function. We are also using gradient descent learning rule for nonlinear single layer feed forward network. So what are the limitations of single layer nonlinear feed forward network means cannot approximate an XOR function. If, however, you are going for multi-layer network with nonlinear activation function can approximate any nonlinear function. So preferably we go for multi-layer network. So define backpropagation algorithm means for 2 marks or 1 mark question, you can write this sentence. The learning algorithm for a multi-layered feed-forward network with nonlinear activation function is known as a backpropagation algorithm. Okay, and the weight update can be done either in your batch mode or instantaneous mode. We usually prefer to go for instantaneous update rule. Okay. So if you have any queries, you can ask me. The strength is very poor. Only 50 members have attended. I observe on every Saturday